beneath the mask we all wear, I'm just not who I appear to be, and
Just kind of been like stuck in this fog, and like I didn't really realize that.
I don't feel like I'm like properly like in a cohesive relationship with the world around me. I feel like I'm walking in mud.
After high school is when they started moving on and I slowed down. It's really affected my entire life.
When I moved in, I really wanted a blackboard wall, and I thought, I would write normal things like deadlines and menus of what I was gonna cook and stuff like that. Yeah, no, that's not what I did. These are boxes of different, like they're memory boxes. I used to do scrapbooks, but I started to do boxes instead. This is my writing box. So this is my 5 senses box. The hell did it go? Did it which, isn't it cute with the bow and everything? Okay, it's the Believe box. See, the B? I'm applying for the creative writing program, and I'm not sure if I'm gonna get in because I'm at a disadvantage currently, not being able to work as productively as I should be able to. So I'm preparing myself for not getting in. And this is the Believe box for why I believe I'm a writer. The sunlight had stopped trying to sneak in through the gaps in the blinds. I could hear the tenants next door fighting. I lay with my back pressed against my bed, my eyes fixed on the ceiling, looking at nothing in particular. My mom had knocked on my door a few times, but eventually slid a cocktail of medications under the door and gone away. I could hear the TV announcing the 5 o'clock news. I closed my eyes tight. I could feel another tsunami hitting. And then this is the one that I really want to show you. And it says, I believe I'm a writer because it's the reason I'm still alive. It's what I hold on to.
To the left. Her whole body, no, just relax, like stay exactly how you are. So her whole body kind of tilts a little bit to the left. And then I'm gonna assess your hips, is that okay? Mm-hmm. Okay. Usually what you wanna do is kind of work the muscle away from the attachment site, or it's, because that's usually where it's really tender and sore. What the heck is that? I am Shoshana. I have anxiety and depression, and I also have been diagnosed with ADHD and BPD. Is that right? Borderline personality disorder. I'm doing a DBT workshop through VGH right now. I am training to be a massage therapist, a registered massage therapist, not a masseuse, just so you know. I have a boyfriend. He's really annoying sometimes. I'm pretty happy right now. I don't have anything to cry about. That's pretty much it.
when I came up here, all of a sudden I was surrounded by people. I've never been around a lot of people for a long period of time. In Mexico, I just went to school, came home, and stayed at home all day. I was kind of a hermit. And same deal in Kansas. Go to school, come home, do my homework, study a bit, take care of my grandmother. I didn't really have that much in the way of friends, but it was a fairly calm life. When I was about 14, 13, I was diagnosed with a schizoid personality disorder. Well, the thing about schizoid personality disorder, it's difficult to connect to other people on a personal level. It took me years to even, connect with my family. My mother and father, when I was a kid and a teenager, I was very detached. They weren't bad parents, I was just detached. I am looking for work in Vancouver mostly. Right now it's mostly up to CIC, the Canadian Immigration something council, I guess. I submitted my application a few months ago, and right now I'm just waiting for them to confirm or deny it. Even though I work in comics and games, I am not an artist in the traditional sense that I make really pretty drawings. I make sketches. I submit them to the artists, and then they draw it, or I just make a brief for that. if I'm into something like this, I'm just not going to stop until it's done. You know, if I got to do it again and again and again, if it takes me like 10 years, I'm still going to do it. There is no greater pleasure than seeing something you made being read or enjoyed by someone else. It's just one of the few things that just bring complete bliss to me. And that's what about the comics.
Okay, Dear Diary. Okay, well, this week's been going pretty well. My depression support group on Monday wasn't as bad as usual. But I also have a chronic illness, which is epilepsy. So that kind of interferes with my mental health as well. So I've decided to do a medical transcription course online, like completely online. And I think that would be a really good transition from undergraduate to grad school, and then hopefully working in the social work field. I do feel optimistic about the future. It's just like jumping through like a couple more loopholes to get there.
One of the shitty things about work right now is I don't know how to do anything, and it's awkward when like a customer comes in and it's like, okay, I'm looking for a bike, and I'll be like, okay, so if you just we'll wait a minute, I'll grab someone a bit more knowledgeable to help you, and everyone's busy, and there's like 2 other people in the store already waiting, and I'm just standing there because I can't help anyone. So the new work meeting should be good, because I guess the more I know how to do at work, the less time during the day I spend being stressed out about stuff and not knowing what to do and feeling like I'm not carrying my weight or doing what's expected of me. Yeah, there are a lot of days when I just don't want to get out of bed, and I've had a lot of those recently, and just kind of fuck it and avoid the world as much as possible, stay inside and hide. And I feel that a lot of the time I kind of need an excuse for that. There's nothing, physically wrong with me. There's nothing that anyone would notice.
Yeah, ever since I was little, my grandparents kind of fought custody over me, and my grandparents one day kind of got really fed up with my grandmother and said, if you can do a better job, go take her. And so my grandmother came and picked me up, and I've lived with her ever since. I always thought that I was the only kid kind of different and strange because I lived with my grandparents and they were so old, and it was almost like wishing for something I never had. I felt like walking around in school or wherever I was in high school, I was constantly having to wear a mask and pretend I was okay or at least happy. And it's not a very fun mask to wear, because when you take it off, you're just deprived of any energy you ever had. And it gets pretty exhausting to keep up a charade of being normal and fine.
So I have IT band syndrome. So basically your IT band comes down and starts over here, but my IT band's been rubbing against the bone, so it hurts. So I have to let that rest. And I'm going fucking crazy because I can't use food. So I haven't been using food, and I haven't been using gym to get out my frustrations. I'm not on top of my ratings. I'm frustrated with my relationship right now, and I feel like I'm delegating so much time to these things in my life, but I'm not getting anything done because I'm anxious about other things. Stressed out. I'm really, 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 really stressed out. I wake up in the morning and I'm shaking. So that's what's up in my life.
It's 6:47. Woke up at 6, as I do Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays. Went for a short jog. It's the way I work out, pretty much. There and in my room, because the gyms, there's too much anxiety. They said 60 days. Last time, I checked 2 days ago, I was 56 days in. Yeah. Vancouver road rage, it's pretty common. When 60 days pass, I'm gonna give them a call. which should be by the end of this, by Friday, pretty much. If I have to leave Vancouver, that will be very bad. It's going to be very hard to, make connections again and make friends. And anxiety is going to start all over again. And I'm worried it might be worse than it was here in Vancouver. Did you draw these? Yes, sir. Wow. Whenever I feel like I'm alone or something, I can just go to a place like this every now and then. So look at all the thousands of people that attend. Everybody has this interest, storytelling through a artistic medium. It's not just the words, it's not just the sound, it's the story and the characters and the art. Everything mixed into one thing, and we all came here for that.
Well, my friend Paula said that Aaron was coming, and I'd heard about him from the club event. And then we started talking, and my grandma was really pissed off that I was here. So I was like trying to pretend to be at a restaurant and go near a speaker with loud music. No, it's nice. It flows nicely. I mean, I find in past relationships it's been hard because the guy's been like, you're depressed, you're messed up, well, what's your problem? And then like flips out at me. Whereas with him, it's just like, we're both messed up.
It's called acceptance.
I can't believe you have another ticket.
My dad wants to be supportive and tries to be, but I know that just being around me is difficult for him if I'm home during the day and not at school and not at work. It definitely takes its toll on him. Although now that I'm working and actually doing something, he's much happier about it, I guess. Kind of accepting the depression and then managing the anxiety has been the real struggle for me over the past few years, and I finally am hopefully getting to a place where it's a bit under control.
Blue's not doing much at the moment. If I go 1, 2, clear. No, that's 4. I can't do that.
So Miranda keeps black under control. I'll try and keep red from outbreaking at least.
Holy fuck it, I'm gonna get one. Seriously. I had faith.
It says, hi, Javier. We had another record number of applicants this year, and I'm so sorry to say that you have not been accepted to the BFA Creative Writing Program. I had it very much like how you would see on a movie scene, like someone standing and then falling to their knees and then falling on the floor kind of reaction. Yeah, that was me. I was doing okay, and then I think it was definitely a trigger for a bit of a depression, so I'm feeling low.
I really like it here and I would love to live here. However, my career does not permit it. I am not permitted to have those things while being an American citizen living in Canada. Vancouver is the best city I've ever lived in. It's the first city I overcame social anxiety. The first city in which I felt powerful for the first time. I've never felt at home and I've never felt wanted before. But here, that all changed, then I have to give it away.
I don't know. It's been difficult, I think. I know it's been difficult. I saw a psychologist for the first time outside of the epilepsy clinic. He told me that I have severe depression, which didn't feel too good, you know? And, but like there have been some good things too. School, yeah. I think if I was like actually going somewhere for school and like meeting like with other people, like I think it'd be a lot easier to be more motivated because you have to get up, you have to be on class on time, but now it's like all on your time, like all on your watch, like whenever is like convenient for you. And I'm like, never is convenient for me. So, because I was like, oh, if I register in this course, maybe I'll feel better, I'll feel more motivated, but nothing has changed. Like nothing. So it's like, it's almost like gotten worse.
The last 2 days have just been super shitty because I've been binging. I just feel like I'm not, I don't know. I wake up in the morning, I go to school. I don't want to be there. I don't want to learn. I sit in class. I look at the teacher. I don't take in any material. I walk away. People are talking in my class about what we talked about in class, and I have no fucking idea what's going on. I feel distant from everyone and everything, and I just feel like I'm being left behind. I hate that. The binging's bad enough and the weight gain and everything, but the worst part is like the fact that everything in my body gets inflamed and I'm just like uncomfortable. I'm so uncomfortable all the time. So that's that.
You either feel nothing at all, or you feel things very strongly.
It's really disgusting because it'll happen so fast and so quick, and you're just entrenched in it so quickly, and suddenly, like, I feel like bad even telling you like how bad the binges have been in the back. I mean, they've been like pastry on pastry on pastry on pastry on pastry, chocolate bar, chocolate bar, chocolate bar.
You go crumbling down, you crash to the bottom, and you hit really, really hard, and then you go, I really don't want to do this anymore, and then it starts again.
Can't get, okay, like, I'll like turn off the alarm and then I'll just like fall asleep again.
And so I would just literally hide anywhere out of line of sight of him, just because I didn't want him to have to be aware of me and be stressed and to be disappointed or whatever.
Suddenly something glorious erupted inside me. I had all these racing thoughts, these ideas, this endless energy that I could just pull into the night. I felt connected with everything in the universe. I think label's what it is. Or better yet, let that person tell you what's inside their jar, because you can be pleasantly surprised. Thank you.
Maybe I'm just in a different place, is why it was so difficult for me to sit there and listen to that. I don't know, but it made me very, very emotional.
I thought he was gonna propose, and I was like, damn it! I'm not even dressed nicely, and my hair looks like shit. I'm 21, I'm excited.
It's just a shame that I can't, spend the rest of my days in Vancouver in that hut by the woods that I wanted, but that's just life. Career comes over that, and if I have to move somewhere, I will. And it's Seattle, which is nice, but yeah, I'm happy to be there.
I quit work yesterday officially. When I was at work, I was quite comfortable.
and even enjoyed it a lot of the time, and I'd say was doing quite well there. And it's just the fear and anxiety that I'm not going to be able to meet the expectations of my employer. And, you know, the only reason I might not meet those is because of anxiety. And it's hard keeping that at bay, I guess. I kind of feel like I failed. You know, I couldn't make it through. I couldn't do it. Couldn't hold down a job. And now I'm back to being unemployed and whatever. And you know, I've taken a step backward in terms of progress in life, and I'm having trouble realizing that you know that doesn't necessarily mean me taking a step backwards in terms of my mental health progress. That's, you know, this is something that I had to do to keep moving forward. No, it's just the same thing happening again. And one of these days, I hope I'll be able to not fuck up, but that's not going to be today.
Yeah, it's my first time moving out, and as you can see, crap on the floor. Now that I'm here, I feel like it's a better vibe. It's not so tense with my grandmother and I. At first, I was really anxious to move, and I was like pretty on and off about this decision, but I felt like if I didn't do it then, I would never do it. So I was like, now! And then I just kind of did it. Because knowing me, I can be kind of like, if I don't do things, I'll just sit in one spot and not get out, do anything. If I sleep, I'll sleep till like 9. I'll be, oh, I can sleep till 11, and then I just keep on sleeping. But yeah, it's kind of scary to think that other people are dealing with so much more, and that you and your own personal bubble have so much to deal with. It's kind of opens your eyes because you think you're the only one sometimes that's going through it. But there are so many other people.
They say that if you eat fish in Seattle, odds are it's been thrown up in the air by someone. That's just the thing about Seattle. People throw their fish in the air and catch it. And if they don't, they just wash it and do it again. So, yeah. And Seattle's really nice, but it's dreadfully lonely. Nowadays I'm not depressed like I used to be, where I just couldn't function anything. Now I guess depression is more like white noise. Imagine, if you will, if you looked at a static TV channel for a few hours, and all you hear is that noise, but it's not anything. It's just chaos. It's just spontaneous chaos.
I break down, and it feels like my insides are being pulled in a million directions and then being forcefully knotted together. I need to feel grounded, but my brain goes insane, sort of like the image of a billion spinning, honking alarm clocks going off and my eyes popping in and out. All right, okay, this is where I keep my medication. So this is lithium, but I don't take that in the morning. And then there's pregabalin. This one is definitely for OCT. This is memantine. Some of these I don't even know what I take them for. I just know that together they work. All right, shall we continue? What mania is, it's that fantasy of feeling like someone loves you and that you're being held, that feeling of being alone, that feeling of being scared because you're up in the clouds and you're there for a while and it seems okay because you're getting high and then higher and then higher, but then you reach this highest point and it's so freaking intense that you feel like you're going to explode or something, and then you go crashing down. I need someone to hold me and to bring me back to reality because I'm not here right now. I'm somewhere else. And I'm sick of being there because it's so lonely. It's so lonely. And I don't know what it is to hold me.
Okay, so when you're in your really bad depressed mind, this is what you think. You fucked up loser, you have uncontrolled seizures and depression. Who's going to want to be friends with or partner with that? Your ex-boyfriend is probably relieved you ended things, so now he doesn't have to deal with you. I just want the pain to stop. You're such a burden to all of your friends. They don't want to be around you when you're sad, so you should fake it and at least pretend that you're happy. People like happy. Depression is annoying and people don't get it. I don't want to eat anything and it's not like I've lost a goddamn pound. You're still the same old person. You're never going to make a difference in this world, even with your social work degree. No one really gives a shit. Too bad I wasn't smarter and studied something that people found interesting. At this point, I would rather die. I would rather go through SUDEP, which is sudden unexpected death from epilepsy, than feeling the way I do. Fuck all of you who ever bullied me or hurt me. Karma's a bitch and it will hurt.
Dancing in the middle of the street, seeing your body on earth, but not feeling like you're in it because your form of existence is far greater. I am gifted with all of this, and I want none of it.
Yes, I'm at a better place, but that will probably always stick with me.
I still have those hopes and expectations and goals for myself, and I mean, it's either find a reason to be optimistic or give up.
I'm trying to look at it differently, but it's really hard. I just don't get it.
I don't have much. It's all off the table. And I'm not sure what I'm gonna do when I start having anxiety again. Passage of time, I guess.